Hello everybody, this is rofflewoffle. I'm going to be bringing you a cast from the recent HSL number 4 between rofflewoffle here, the pink Zerg, and yaataa, I think that's how you'd say it, Y-A-A-T-A-A, yaataa, whatever, I'll be calling him Yaataa for the purposes of this cast. And Yaataa is the yellow Terran over here. And the map is, of course, Metalopolis. And as you can see, they've spawned on cross positionals here. So there's just a very, very long rush distance, if you can see like my cursor on the mini-map. So really, what these positions set you up to do is really macro up and go in for the long haul for you know, a nice heavy macro-oriented game. And so that's probably what we're going to see between these two players. So just completely standard for now. Yaataa throwing up his barracks at 12. Standard build. They're both sending out scouts to check out the opponent can be rofflewoffle doing a 14 pool. Probably going to follow up with a 15 hatch because Metalopolis is very it's pretty friendly for macroing Zergs. I mean, the natural looks as though it's hard to defend, but really you just have to keep control of this area here. Although I guess your opponent could maneuver through there, but it's easier to defend than say Zelnaga caverns. So yes, rofflewoffle is going to be throwing up that 15 hatch, setting himself up for a nice macro game, and he's scouting with his drone here. Yaataa is going to be scouting with his SCV. Rofflewoffle. Drone versus barracks. Wonder who wins. Marine wins. The drone's going to survive. Live to fight another day. So, rofflewoffle getting his queen out. Still no gas. Probably wants to throw down a gas soon because he needs that ling speed so he can establish map control, especially if Yaataa is doing some kind of Hellion or Reaper opening. Well, probably not Reapers by now. I mean, those would be very late Reapers. Yes, we see a reactor on the barracks. And we see a fairly early factory, so that's probably a good sign, if you see this, that your opponent is going Hellions, because what you do is you lift up your barracks, lift up your factory, you do a little swapperoo, and pow, you got Hellions. And such an opening is pretty powerful against a fast expand Zerg, because Roffle just starting to get gas. He's not going to have enough to build a substantial contingent of roaches to fend this off. Assuming he scouts it. I don't know if he knows about it. Nope. Roffle does not know about it, but he's sending out these Zerglings to scout. Might be a bit late, but this one's Spine Crawler. Well, the thing about the Spine Crawler is that it can act as a deterrent, because I believe the range, like of this one, extends all the way out through maybe here. And Hellions you don't really want to move them through, because you're probably going to lose them if you do, because you have to move them through, and then you're going to have to move them back eventually, and the Spine Crawler does quite well against Hellions. Hellions are awful against Spine Crawlers. So here we have a Hellion making its way to the Zelnaga Tower. 2 Hellions, actually. So now Roffle knows what's up. He's probably going to throw down another Spine Crawler or so. Oh, he's setting his queen here to block the ramp, which you want to do when you have Hellions, because if the Hellions can't get up the ramp, they're not going to be able to do anything to your main, and that's where the majority of Roffle's workers are. Wow, there's a lot of harvesters. 34 harvesters of Roffle, 23 of Yaata's. So Yaata's going to have to do some good harass here if he wants to, keep up in the macro game. He's going to have to kill off quite a few drones. Rofflewoffle just content to keep powering drones. He doesn't really have any I mean, he has 4 lings in production, but he's pretty much all drones. Look at his arm. Look at the army tabs. Roffle just has 2 queens and like 3 lings. Yaata's got all these Hellions, 4 Hellions, and another Hellion on the way. Probably gonna send over 2. Yaata's actually taking the opportunity to expand here. He might be transitioning into some kind of, well, he's doing a lot of things at once. He's getting this armory so that he can get Thors. He's also getting this starport with Tech Lab, presumably for Banshees, because Hellion Harass forces Zerg into making roaches or spine crawlers, neither of which do very well against Hellion, or against Banshees, sorry, because they can't attack the air. So let's see if that actually happens. Yeah, to microing these Hellions over. Production tab. No Banshee yet. Let's see. Rofflewoffle peeking in with these Zerglings. They are just roasted. Didn't see too much there. So Rofflewoffle just content to keep macroing. He has a lot of resources. So he'll probably be throwing up another hatch or taking an expo. Or at least that's what he should be doing. So he's got this lair up, and he has this nice hidden spire here, which will be able to deal with the Hellions and the Banshees quite well, but not with this Thor. So that might not turn out too well for Roffle as an investment. So here we have quite a few Hellions. That is 7 Hellions. But Roffle has 3 spines and decent SimCity. They can't get in here without getting hit a few times. And also these lings are a good deterrent. 3 roaches on the way. And Yaata beginning to saturate this expo here. He's 7 away from Roffle, or sorry, 6 away from Roffle in worker count. So these Zerglings are probably going to die to the Hellions. But oh, Roffle sending in these roaches, trying to get a few 3 kills off of these Hellions. Yaata just notices, but he loses 2 Hellions. So here we have Thors, and it looks like he's transitioning to a Thor strategy here, because he has 2 factories, both with Tech Labs. Really needs to get the gas up, yep, so that he can support his Thors. The Roffle, oh, sorry, fighting off this Banshee harass. It doesn't do, pretty much does nothing. I mean, I think it killed maybe 3 drones. Poor drones. Now we have this Overseer, probably unnecessary, but good precaution. He can use it to scout as well. So here we have some mutas. We got 4 mutas here. Ooh, 5 mutas here. We got like nice 9 muta strike force. Not going to be too effective though. I mean, we have missile turrets going up, which are devastating against mutas, and we have these 2 Thors, so this is probably, I mean, it's a good number of mutas, but Yaata is playing very cautiously. So Roffle throwing up this expansion while he harasses and then take down this missile turret. Not sure why. So Roffle backing away. Too many Thors to really do anything against. But now he has a map control. Yaata can't really move out. But the thing is, when Terran has 2 bases, he doesn't really need to move out for a while. He can just macro up. And wow, that was a big drone pop there. Like 10 drones just got made at once. Wow. So bunch of mutas coming in here. See if they can take down some of these Hellions. Always good to do. We got Thor's Marines moving in. These Thors are just going to demolish these mutas. Roffle needs to make some Zergling, Baneling if he wants to deal with the Thors. Maybe some Ultras. That'd be nice. We could see some Ultra play. Quite excellent. So we have this Infestation Pit going up, most likely meaning that Roffle's going for Hive Tech. And once he saturates this 3rd base, he should be able to support it. Ooh, bunch of Lings coming in through here, and another base coming up for Roffle at the gold. So he's really macroing up here. Let's go to the army tab. Roffle is about 10 food ahead of Yaataa, but a lot of that is just drones. And Thors just are so good against Zerg until you get Ultralisks. And even then, if you get enough Thors, if you get a critical mass of Thors, and you get some SCVs repairing them, even Ultras aren't very good against them. Simply because Thors kill the Ultras before they even get to the floors. So let's see how Roffle deals with that. Yep, we got a hive coming up. And Yaataa really macroing pretty hard here. Rofflewoffle has a 20 food lead now, though. Ooh, bunch of roaches. Roaches are not the best units against Thors. But I guess if you get enough of them, just Rofflewoffle's thinking, then you might do something. But yeah, probably not the best of moves there. So scan going down, let's see what he sees. Doesn't see this expo. Well, he knows about that expo. So basically, you just saw a bunch of creep tumors. Not too useful. Ooh, there we go. Seeing that, and he's gonna move out with these Thors. As he sees that. Yeah, Rofflewoffle moving in for the harass right as soon as those. Ooh, ouch. Thors do so much damage against mutas. Thors really do so much damage against everything. These are 1/1 Thors, so these are just going to be great. But a lot of Zerglings. He can get a good surround on the Thors. He will be just dandy. Just has to wait. Now this is not a good engage spot for Zerg. He can really ball up tightly here, and there's nothing to be done about that. Oh, see Hellions in front. Just so many dead Zerglings. Oh, this is not going well for Roffle. He needs to more roaches. Maybe he'll be okay. No, Thors are so good against roaches. Just so beastly good. Oh, nothing to be done here. Yaataa just pressing forth with his big mech ball. Thors just amazing units against Zerg. So Roffle's panicking. He's building more roaches. Roaches is not what you want to build against Thors. It's definitely not what you want to build. Gotta get Zerglings, but I mean, you can't really get Zerglings when you have all these Hellions here. So Rofflewoffle throwing down some spine crawlers. Really doesn't want to die right now, but I don't see what he can do against these Thors. So what do we have? We have ooh, a Greater Spire. We're gonna see Broodlords. It might be a bit too late for that because they are just knocking at Roffle's door. This huge mass of Thors and Marauders and Hellions knocking. So Roffle trying to hold it off, trying to do anything he can to keep these guys away. Mules being sent in to repair. Yes, this looks like this is GG. We have, well, 3 Broodlords working. That's a lot of Thors, and they are being repaired. And any micro at all should be able to beat these Broodlords. So Yaataa securely in the lead, getting this 3rd base up. Roffle trying to do some harass there, not really succeeding. So here we have the Broodlords coming in. We have some Corruptors. Corruptors casting their